This is the two Erics, and this is our review on the Black Panther, and this will contain spoilers. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'm trying to think about things I don't like about it. I think the fight between Killmonger and Black Panther was kind of like not short-lived, but it ended abruptly for me. But it was still a good fight though, and it was still really cool. And it was kind of it was one of those villains that I kind of felt bad for after when they were talking, because like unlike most other shitty villains in Marvel movies, he's kind of justified in some of his actions, and you feel like, well, shit, like that kind of sucks. You feel bad for him after he dies, is what happens.
Well, see, the thing, I felt differently. Like, I thought Killmonger had a really killer build-up. Like, I kind of like was, I don't feel like he was really a villain, because the way they set him up, and the way, because he was of royalty, he had royal blood, and like his dad got kind of like a bad deal. Well, actually, he got a bad deal because of what his dad betraying, Black Panther's dad.
Yeah.
And so he got kind of like the shit end of that because the king left him behind, and he grew up with a lot of resentment and hatred. But at the same time, it really wasn't his fault. So I thought his vow for revenge, I felt was like just, and then like him actually getting the revenge, because like he actually fucking fights Black Panther fairly,
and he
whoops his fucking ass. Yeah. He whoops his ass, and he ends up taking over the throne, and he becomes king, like all legit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I even told him in the middle of it, I was like, dude, that was badass. He was like, shut up, Dad. But I thought it was awesome.
I was way into it, so yeah,
I got way into that moment, and I was like, fuck yeah, that was badass. I loved it.
You do feel bad because you find out that his dad was exporting vibranium because he thought the world should have it, and which was like, there was truth to that, but he was exporting it as weapons to like people like fucking Claw, and that was why it was seen as betrayal, and that's why he was then eventually killed.
Yeah.
And so he was
killed because he tried to shoot the spy that the king had there, and the king went to kill him to save him.
Mm-hmm, that's true. But when he was killed, his son Killmonger, he grows up.
He didn't name him Killmonger, by the way.
No, his name is Eric Killmonger. That's his nickname.
But I'm saying he wasn't named. He wasn't a baby. Oh, my baby Killmonger.
I'm gonna refer to him as that. He was a fucking Marine or something.
Yeah, he had like
a huge kill record, and he did all this shit. But he eventually comes around to working with Claw just so he can get into Wakanda, because he kind of wants to continue what his dad did, but more fucking up front, just like straight up exporting weapons to the world to kind of like.
And even the agent, what's the agent's name?
Everett Ross.
Agent Ross. Yeah. Even like he knew his history and recognized him, and like he was like,
he knew everything about him just from seeing him.
He's like, this dude's a badass. Like,
so when he does all that, it's not so much just villain who wants to take over Wakanda and be evil. It's more of like he's doing what his dad was doing because he thinks it's better for the world, and not so much
he was a patriot,
better for himself. Like he wanted to help people, but he went about it the wrong way. He went about it through the fucking violent way. And I think that's where the conflict between Black Panther and Killmonger kind of comes from, because they both want to help people, but he's more fucking upfront about it, more into like war, and Black Panther's more like, well, we need to help our people before.
Well, so Black Panther's more diplomatic. It's more, he's more straight to the point.
So that's why it's more of like you understand both of them. So it's not like he's all evil, kill him. It's more like, well, yeah, there's good points to both of them. So like, I understand it. So when he dies and he's like kind of like talking about everything, like his dreams his dad had and like what he told him, it's like, oh, shit. That kind of I feel bad now. It's he was a good villain. That's why he was a good villain.
Great villain.
He was a really good villain.
When you feel like the villain actually wasn't a villain, that's to me like that's a good villain.
It's like, all right.
I was like, when you kind of like rooting for him, like, yeah, you know what? Like this guy ain't that fucking bad. Like I don't know.
I wasn't rooting for him, but I was wondering if they were gonna keep him alive, like Vulture style. Like he was gonna like survive.
Yeah. I kind of felt that.
I thought they would like imprison him. But like I didn't. And, like, he
wasn't one of those villains. Well, obviously he was a villain. But to me, I'm just saying for me, the way I interpreted it, watching it. He wasn't one of those villains that I was like, yeah, this guy's completely evil.
Well, actually, thinking about it, he did try to save him. Black Panther said, we can heal you. But he said he'd rather die than, fucking bondage. And then he made it a whole,
No, what? What did he make it?
He wanted what did he say? He wanted to be buried in the ocean so he can die. What the fuck was his line?
So he can die like his ancestors who didn't want to
Who jumped ship rather than living in bondage. Yeah, okay, that whole thing. And he made it into that, and then...
Made it into what?
The racial thing.
What do you mean?
Why are you trying to make this a problem?
I was just fucking with you.
What the fuck?
Because you're all,
No, but like he made his speech And then that's why he said he'd rather die than being bonded. Because he said like if you healed me, then I would be a prisoner, and I'd rather fucking die than be a prisoner. He pulled out the knife and
he got a good fucking death because like he was even like right at the end of the fight scene. He gets stabbed, like a very cool way. I liked the fight scene. You thought it was kind of shitty, but I thought it was really cool.
I didn't think it was shitty. I thought it was short lived.
But anyways, I liked the fight scene, and at the end of the fight scene, as he's dying, he's telling him like, my dad always told me that Wakanda had a beautiful sunset. He's like, I guess it was just fairy tales, and then like, Black Panther grabs him, and he takes him up to the to the top and shows him the sunset. And he was able to see the sunset, and they had like a really cool.
Like as he was dying,
they had a cool moment because they are real. They are related. They're relatives. They're cousins.
You find out they're cousins.
And so like they had like this really nice moment at the end, and then he died. He died the way he wanted to die, and I thought it was cool. Like I thought the way they gave him his death was really cool. He went out like a fucking like a G. Like he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna die.
You went out like a G.
Like a G.
Like a G.
Yeah, that was badass. I liked it. It's old terminology.
I know what it is. I'm just making fun of you.
But you know what was really cool? What I liked about it too is because from what you see in the Black Panther, like from all the other movies we've seen, like Civil War and shit, you always seemed like this real serious dude. So seeing him in this movie,
and he lightens up in the movie.
Yeah, seeing him in this movie just being himself and kind of like being silly every now and then, and I loved his sister's character. I just loved how she always fucked with him.
They had funny banter.
It was real. It was like they did the real sibling relationship awesome. Because you feel like they are related, like they're brother and sister. Because she's just constantly fucking with them and bagging on them. It was cool.
It lightens up your perspective of like Black Panther, so he's not all serious, all business.
Was she made fun of his sandals?
It's more of like they show it. Yeah, stupid. Yeah,
it's really
there's
cool.
Little moments like that. It's pretty cool. The characters are cool. What's her face was? I don't know what was her name. The general.
Yeah, I can't think of her name. She was badass.
She was really cool.
The cast was good. They had a really good cast.
I was telling you, they had a really good cast for this movie. I liked it. I was surprised that they actually killed Claw kind of early.
Yeah,
he was a good villain. They should have.
Claw was fucking hilarious, by the way. Claw made me laugh so much.
He was such a fucking maniac.
He was a goofy fucking dude. Like there's a mean ass car chase scene, and he's like, "What? How come we're not playing any music?" He's like, "What he says? We're not at a funeral. Play some music."
Yeah.
As like the chase scene's going on, I thought that was funny.
He shoots like a case of money.
Yeah, and money goes everywhere. Yeah.
He has a bunch of stupid fucking lines. It's hilarious. But Claw was great.
Claw was hilarious. I actually love what they did with his character. He was really good in it. And his arm was bitching. I love what they did with his arm. His arm was a weapon. That was fucking badass.
Well, it kind of looked like, or it sounded like he had one of those reactors like
Tony.
Like the fucking pulse cannons or whatever.
It was bitching.
It was cool, yeah. But that's what when they took off his arm, I thought like, after they would free him and they would give him like another arm or some shit, and I thought he would be like a villain too.
I didn't see that.
I didn't think
when he betrayed him.
Yeah,
when Killmonger ends up killing him, I was like, oh shit! I didn't see that coming. It was cool.
But it makes sense. Well, he did that though because to bring him to Wakanda as
you see, I did what because Black Panther had the chance to kill him and he didn't, and Killmonger killed his ass and brought him. It's like, hey, you see, like I did what he couldn't.
There's another character there who's like another tribe leader, who's really good friends with Black Panther in the beginning of the movie, and his who was it that was killed by?
His parents were killed by Claw.
Yeah, his parents were killed by Claw.
Like,
do what the other past kings haven't done. Like you can get Claw. So he comes back from the mission without Claw, and he's all fucking pissed off.
Yeah, he's like, I guess you're
the same as the rest of the kings.
Yeah.
So then when Killmonger brings in Claw, that dude helps him out, kind of fucking take the throne, and that's what's.
It kind of sets everything off in motion.
Up for the rest of the movie.
It was bitching.
So, it was a really good movie. It was all consistently. I was into it. I was watching the whole way through.
Yeah,
there wasn't a moment where I felt like out of the movie, like whatever. Like it was. It
doesn't
was good
drag. There was no parts that drag.
It didn't feel like it dragged to me. Yeah.
So what would you say was your favorite part? I have a couple of them. Like when because his sister's the one in charge of the tech, and when she's showing him like the new suits and all that, and there's this moment where like, what did they call it?
What?
When it builds up, like
kinetic energy.
The kinetic energy. Before she like tells him about this, she's like, "Oh, kick the suit." And he fucking kicks it across the room.
That was funny.
And she's like, "Fuck!" She gets it on. So like,
not that hard.
She says, she don't kick it that hard. And then she takes out something and starts recording him. He's like, "Why are you recording me?" He's like, "I'll kick it again." And he kicks the shit out of it and fucking throws him across the room. And what does he say when he lands on the floor?
Delete that recording. Delete that something.
Delete that footage or some shit. It was funny. That shit made me laugh. That part was funny. I like that part. And actually, I really liked. I liked the fight scene where Killmonger ends up whooping his ass and becoming king. I
That
thought
was cool.
I just fucking love that part.
Because what they show you earlier in the movie is that in order to become king, you have to do this ritual fight where you lose the Black Panther powers. By
and
drinking
he
this
has to
liquid.
accept it. He had to
And
accept
he
it.
has to accept the fight to become king. And you lose the power, so you're pretty much a normal person. So he does it one time, the first time, and he fights another tri person, and he beats him in combat. But then when Killmonger comes in with Claw and the offering and all that, he challenges Black Panther again. So they do the whole thing where they take his powers, but Killmonger fucking destroys him. Like he just.
It was
he
fair.
slices him in like the fucking
Dude,
chest
and it was
and arm,
and
and
it was
he throws
just
him
a
off a
fair ass
waterfall.
fight. It was
Yeah.
a fair ass fight.
Yeah.
Like he whooped his ass, and there was no bullshit, no cheating. He just whooped his ass because he was a soldier all his life.
And then what's his face got involved? Oh my god, what was his name? I can't remember their names. That's the thing.
Because we're Mexican, those are hard names.
I know.
It feels different.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, then fucking Enrique did this shit and Ricardo did that.
What the fuck was his name? I don't know.
Forrest Whitaker's character.
Forrest Whitaker's character.
He's actually the one
was the one
that was the spy on
that ratted out
his
Killmonger's
dad.
dad. So he said, "Don't kill him.
Yeah.
Kill me.
When
I'm the
Killmonger's-
reason that
That
this
your
all
dad
happened."
died. Yeah.
So
And
then
it
he
was
fucking
true.
is like, all right, and he stabs him in the chest.
Yeah.
And then he
Fuck
throws
you
off
then.
Black Panther in the waterfall after. But like seeing him die is kind of what like
And you know, he got his
pisses off
revenge.
Black
He
Panther.
got legit revenge.
Well, he became king after. So
He killed the guy who
kills
betrayed his
Black
dad.
Panther, and then he became king. And you think, oh shit, well, obviously Black Panther's not dead, but everyone else thinks he's dead. So they're all fucking mourning his loss.
That
Like,
was
we
so
got to
cool.
do something and this and that. So they go to the other tribe, that's kind of the outcast tribe from everyone, and they try and get their help. But then they find out that they found Black Panther, and they're kind of like keeping him alive.
because
Barely,
they
'cause he's
were
in, like, a
offering him
coma.
the power. The guy who challenged them in the beginning, they went to him
Like, hey,
to
you need
offer
to
him the
stop
power. Like, hey,
Killmonger.
we can give you the power of the Black Panther to help stop, Killmonger, because we have an enemy on the throne.
And
And then he's like, let me show you something. And he ends up taking them to Black Panther because he found him. Like, no, a fisherman found him and brought him to him. And like he was there, he saved his life.
But
And
he was in like a coma because he was all frozen. 'Cause
Yeah.
they could barely keep him alive.
so then they gave him the plant that gave
It's-
him, and the ritual that gave him the powers of the Black Panther.
So he comes back to life, and then he gets the suit, and he goes to challenge Killmonger after they start
Well,
sending out
because he
the,
says he never forfeited. He's like, technically,
yeah,
we're
he
still
says
fighting.
like I never yielded, so like the fight's still going.
We're still fighting. Oh, and they were still fighting.
So that's kind of what starts the last fight scene. You know what? Actually, it wasn't that short. Thinking about it, it was a pretty good.
It was a
fight scene.
badass fight.
It was a long fight scene, yeah, because it started right there.
It was kind of like Revenge of the Sith.
I like no.
It wasn't that long, but it was a good fight.
I like showing when they showed all the tech that they had with like where they bring up like their cloth and the
fucking
shields would
tech
come
was
up. It was
awesome.
cool.
Their tech was
I think
awesome.
for me that was my favorite when they started showing off all the tech they had. That's what I liked.
The chase scene,
was
the
cool.
car, that was bitching. I don't know. It was really cool. Honestly, I would love to
It was
watch it
really
again.
cool. Yeah.
It's one of those movies I really want to watch again. It was it was a badass movie.
It was cool.
The story was killer. The tech was killer. Everything was awesome.
The
Everything was
casting
awesome.
was good. Everything was good about it.
It's
pretty
a
much.
good-ass
It was
movie.
a solid movie.
Yeah, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. Like
I would recommend seeing it.
it went by fast, which to me is a sign of a good movie. Because like
And-
when it was over, like holy shit!
And
Already?
the cool thing about it, if you haven't really been keeping up with too many Marvel movies, is it doesn't really like go off things that happened in the past. It kind of does go off some things that happened in Civil War because his dad died in Civil War, and that's why he's becoming king. But other than that, it doesn't
Other
really
than
like
that, yeah, it has
involve
its- it
every
has
other
its-
character.
it
It's
has
his
its
own
own
independent
story.
story. So like, you can watch this movie and still like enjoy it.
Yeah.
Without knowing other
Yeah,
characters.
you don't really have to have seen any other Marvel movie to really follow it and just like it's really an isolated story.
And even if you haven't seen Civil War, they kind of refer to how his dad died, and they show like a
the only,
flashback.
the only
So,
thing that would be confusing was the death of his dad, which they do show.
and Everett Ross and the ending. I guess.
Yeah, and then the ending at the end of the credits, Winter Soldier, Bucky comes out. Like if you've never seen any other movie and you see that, you're gonna be like,
I don't know who this guy is.
yeah, what the fuck? Who's this guy?
Well, more than likely, most people who have seen Marvel.
But yeah,
but if you haven't, you will. Still
And they
enjoy the
show
movie.
Winter Soldier at the end, like totally, like he's back to himself. Like they ended up saving him. It's bitching.
and they show that she's gonna kind of like train him. Well, not train him, but like
And they
show him more or something. I don't
tell
know.
me they did not do an awesome job of establishing how powerful vibranium is.
Holy shit! Yeah.
They like I have a newfound appreciation for vibranium. I was like, holy
Because
fuck!
they
there's
start,
their whole
they start
world.
showing that it's
was
more
just-
than a metal. That it's just kind of
yeah.
like an energy source.
Oh my god!
It kind of like it has so many effects from using. Yeah.
what they were able to do with vibranium it's like for me, it's a game changer story wise because you're like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, this shit's insanely powerful.
And they ended it off with kind of like Killmonger dying and he becomes king. But instead of just going back to the way things were, where they preserve everything,
Yeah, because
they're
they were
gonna
hidden.
they're gonna
Wakanda was
start-
hidden from the world, saving their technology just for themselves.
And then it ends with him going to the UN and he starts talking about how he's going to help the world. And then one of the guys is like, with all due respect, what can you guys offer us? Because they still think it's a third world country. And yeah, that's
cool.
where it ends.
And I like the ending of that because it's just like, dude, all right, because that's what the girl he likes was trying to get at. Like, no, we need to help everybody,
yeah.
not just us. And he was so against it, but he learned through that, like, yeah, you know what?
It was a good
we
movie.
Need to do that.
It was a good movie.
It was a lot of.
It had a lot of good messages. It was good action,
messages.
good characters. It was a lot of good movies.
And even like the conflicts that he had with his dad, like things he discovered about his dad, and like just shit that he had to overcome. It was really cool. Anyways, all in all, Black Panther was an awesome movie. That's our review, and I thought it was killer.
I thought it was really good. I would love to see it again.
Yeah, I would love to see it again. I'm dying to watch it again. It's a really good movie. Anyways, that's it. That was our review, and that's it.
That's everything I got. Yeah.
What's next?
Infinity War, I think, or Ant-Man. No, Infinity
Ant-Man.
War. No,
Ant-Man.
Infinity War.
Are you sure?
May. Ant-Man comes out in July.
Infinity War. All right. Anyways,
I don't know.
That's the end of our video. We hope you liked it, and thank you for watching.
That's it. That's the end of the video.